want. The last two methods that we have that you can always use are Google Drive and Dropbox. And both of these are great methods as well. They work about the same. It really just depends on which you prefer, which you prefer to use. Some people already have Google accounts for personal use or for work, or if you have a YouTube account, you've got a Google account right there. Gmail, of course, means a Google account. So a lot of people do prefer Google Drive, but a lot also have Dropbox already for organization. Um, so that is another great option to use. And if you go to our help center, we can go to our website, search for the help center. You can look up a full guide on both Google Drive and Dropbox to use at any time. So those are a couple of different methods that you can use to bring in different assets.
Yeah, that's super helpful, Angela. I'll also mention when Angela was saying don't delete those from the. Whoops, I think we just lost Angela. Speaking of, I'm sure she'll be back here soon. But when you import your images to Switcher Studio, make sure that you don't have the iCloud enabled and just for all your images to be backed up and only saved there, because if that image or video is not saved onto your actual device, it's not going to be able to be brought into Switcher Studio. Um, Look who's back. Angela's back.
I don't know when I disappeared because I heard you say you're going to check comments, and I went through my entire spiel for about 5 minutes, and then I was like, Dan's not moving. Let me refresh my screen.
Oh, you've been there the whole time. You don't worry about it.
Okay.
Um, Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone in the comments here saying everything's crazy. Let's switch it up here a second, Angela. I'm gonna because we're getting some great comments in. I want to make sure we get to these here. So all that is really good information about bringing graphics in and how to bring them in. If you already have them created. So what we'll do is we'll answer some questions now, and then we have a cool. We'll kind of end the show now with. A couple free options that are out there that you will allow you to make images for free. Spoiler alert: Pixlr and Canva are two great options. So those we're going to show you, and then there's the Over app as well. So let me hop over here because I want to make sure we are getting to these questions. I see PC More. How do you get the company color or particular color? So that's like a lot of times with companies, they'll have what's called a brand standard guide, and those actual hex colors. It's a hex code for the color will be there. And then I'll show you again here in Switcher Studio when you are creating let's say a lower third. We'll change this orange background to, let's say it needs to be I don't know the actual hex colors for stuff, but we'll come in and up top you see like there's that hashtag F05323. If I tap on that, it's going to bring up this this new menu, and I can not that. I'll just kind of type in some numbers and letters and see what we get. That's kind of a fun color. So
Yay.
yeah. So if that was the hex key that you got from the company or whoever it is for your show or titles or anything, that's how you would change it and bring that in. That's a great question.
I
Um,
I would say one thing to add to that I've always done. If you already have a logo or a graphic you've created and you want to use that specific color, but you're not sure what the hex code is, if you bring that into any program with what's called an eyedropper tool, which tells you the hex code, like Photoshop or Pixlr or anything else, you can just import that image, use the eyedropper, and it'll tell you the hex code, and that way you can write it down and know what it
mhm.
is for further knowledge. So if you don't know what the hex code is already, you can still get that and start using it to build, kind of your brand color scheme.
um, I feel like there's also some Chrome additions or add-ons that you can do where you push a button, then you can like any image that's online, you can tap on it and get that eyedropper. So there's definitely a lot of options out there. But yeah, bring it into something like Photoshop or Pixlr is a great option as well to get those hex colors. Todd was asking, how do you configure your 3-screen setup for this live like we have right now? So that's from this plus menu. So again, we'll come in here. This is a multi-view, and I'm using the grid option. So with the grid, you'll see we have number of sources as the first option, and you can actually get up to 9 sources live here. But if I just delete down to 3, there you go, you have that, and then we can come in and adjust the background color if we needed to. Or what's also really great with this is you can come in here and get a fun background color. I think I've got, like, other than a million pictures of my child, I think I've got, like, the one I use for this on here somewhere. Maybe not. But yeah, you can bring in a background image as well. Hey, we got some these. There you go. That's kind of gives you a good idea. So if I tap on it and then choose, hopefully I have 3.